I've generated over $100 million online for coaches and consultants, and I've built over 1,000 plus custom marketing systems for my clients. In this video, I'm going to teach you the one funnel strategy and the only funnel strategy that we use that's generated over $100 million in sales for our clients. And it is so powerful, I have never taught this publicly before. So let's dive into this. What's really important for you to understand is that your business requires a very customized type of approach to building your funnel. There's no one size fits all. There's no magic system or solution that is going to work for every single business. And this is where a lot of coaches and consultants really get it wrong. A lot of times, especially in today's landscape, every single advertiser and their mother is pushing their one system, their one funnel. This is the magic way to do X, Y, and Z to get clients for your business, yada, yada, yada. But in my experience of working with some of the biggest brands and some of the biggest names in this online coaching and consulting space and building out their client acquisition systems, what we've really found is that it requires a very customized approach and a lot of testing to figure out what actually is going to work the best for you and for your business, right? And for their businesses as well. And so really the system that we kind of came up with and what we found actually does work the best is, what we call our $100 million client acquisition funnel, right? Very creative. But what I want to do first is show you the 3 different phases that this really consists of, right? So there's the lead attraction phase where you're actually generating traffic and attracting people to you. There is the lead conversion phase, which is right in the middle where you're actually turning cold traffic into a generated lead. Usually you're giving up a piece of training or content or a resource in exchange for their contact information, right? And after that, once a lead is warmed up enough, they are moved into the client acquisition phase where we are actually trying to convert that lead from just a lead that we have their information and we're trying to nurture them and we're turning them into a paying client. Okay. So again, 3 phases: lead attraction, lead conversion, and client acquisition. Now, here is what we have found works the best at the very top of the funnel when it comes to actually attracting leads to you, right? Now, we use a combination of Instagram organic content, Instagram paid ads, and YouTube organic content, okay? Now, one thing that's very important to notice, all of our Instagram organic traffic, we are obviously providing a lot of value up front, right? And we want to give away a lot of free resources and a lot of lead magnets to all of our audience so that we can educate them, build the trust, get them to know us, get them to like us, and obviously get them to trust us, okay? So as you can see, on every single Instagram post, and again, you don't have to do this for every post. You can do this for 50% of your posts. You can do this for 75% of your posts, or you can do it for 100%. I know people doing all of those different things. Some people will have these call to actions and have the automation set up on the back end on every single one of their posts. Some people only do it 25%. Some people do 50% of their posts. Some people do 75% of their posts. It really just comes down to your preference, and that's something that we work with our clients to really help solidify what their organic strategy is going to be, right? So for the sake of this example, let's just say 100% of your posts are all set up with the call to action to comment a specific keyword, like what I did in this one. Comment blueprint down below and I'll send over my Ready Now funnel blueprint, right? This is an actual post that we did. Here's what happens. The automations on the back end kick in, right? So you probably have seen this before, or you probably already using something like this in your business, whether it's ManyChat or another type of comment and DM automation tool that you are using. Once they comment that keyword, we send them the resource, okay? And on that page for the lead magnet, right? So this person is trying to get our Ready Now funnel blueprint. There is a qualifying question with the opt-in. So instead of just getting their name, their number, and their email, what we want to do is add in that qualifying question so that we can, from the very beginning, determine the quality of that lead. And this is why it's important. Keep watching. Because if they are qualified, they go down one path to our VSL for our core offer, okay? And if they are not qualified, what we are doing with them is sending them to our low ticket product. right? Our paid community, you can have other low ticket products, a whole low ticket funnel in place. Again, like I said, there's no one size fits all. It's about figuring out what is going to convert the best for you and your business, right? But this is just what we do. And this is what we found works very well. So again, we have organic traffic coming in. We have people commenting and people sharing our posts, right? They're commenting the specific keyword on our Instagram post. They get sent to an opt-in page with one qualifying question, right? So we DM them the link after they comment on our post, and it takes them to this page right here. They click download the blueprint. When they get the blueprint, there is a qualifying question, right? And we set up the criteria based on what's your current monthly revenue, because we can only help people that meet a minimum qualification, right? And we only want to work with people in our core offer who meet that minimum qualification, right? So we have the logic set up on this form. Are they qualified? Either yes or no. If yes, they go to the VSL for our core product, and we pitch them in that video of how we can actually help them implement this system, blah, 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 blah. Now, if they're not, like I said, they go to our VSL where we're pitching them on our low ticket product. And essentially what this, call it downsell, call it a low ticket product for nurturing purposes, whatever you want to call it. The whole purpose of this product right here is to give all of our potential clients who could be that we want to be purchasing this, we're giving them the resources, we're giving them the tools, we're giving them a little bit of the coaching so that they can eventually turn into a qualified lead for us for our core offer. Okay. Is that making sense? Now, there's two outcomes when someone is going down this path. And again, we're going to go through all of these, so just keep watching because there is a lot of meat to really be going through. So for just the organic content, Instagram content side of things, when someone's going through this path, and let's say they're not qualified and they do not buy, right? There's two outcomes once they get to this page. They either buy or they do not buy. Let's say they did not buy. Did not buy. Okay, so if someone does not buy once they go to that landing page, we need to make sure that we have the sequences and the email list, the other organic content, everything in place, because we are going to be nurturing those leads to make sure that they have all of the resources, all of the touch points from us. And if you have the resources behind you, you can also have appointment setters making dials, messaging them on Instagram, all of that stuff, making outbound calls, SMS, everything, right? Essentially, you need to make sure that you have your nurturing processes set up for someone who does not buy, because we want to make sure that all of the traffic that you are generating, the effort you're putting in with your organic content, whether they are immediately qualified or they are not qualified just yet, we want to make sure that all that traffic is getting taken care of. Your marketing efforts need to see some sort of reward. If you're looking at the time and the effort you're putting into all marketing activities and sales activities, we want to know that those efforts are actually converting on the back end. Okay. So that's what happens if they don't buy. Let me just erase that. Now, if they are qualified, right? So they opt in a lead magnet, they're qualified, they go to the VSL for our main core product, our core offer. There's two outcomes. Did they book a sales call or did they not book a sales call yet? Right? If no, they did not book a sales call after coming to this page, we at least in our CRM know that they are qualified. Okay. And they at least saw this page, and maybe they watched this video to its entirety and maybe they didn't. But what we need is nurturing processes and appointment setters to actually call, qualify, and set appointments if they are qualified and if they are ready now to actually book a sales call. Okay. This is where the concept of our Ready Now funnel comes into place. Is not only are we looking for qualified leads, but we're looking for leads who are qualified and ready to book a call now. After this as well, once we go through this entire process, we're going to go through the math of this entire funnel so you can see all the conversion rates at every single step, just so you can know what you can usually typically expect and have KPIs and benchmarks to really measure yourself against when you are going out and building this for yourself. Okay. So again, qualified lead, they end up on your core VSL where they see your main pitch, your main offer, and let's say they don't book a call yet, right? They have not booked a call. What we need to do is put our appointment setters to work along with our email lists, along with your Instagram nurturing, and along with SMS nurturing as well, right? And again, your appointment setter's main role is to call, qualify, and set appointments with your closers of people who are actually qualified and meet the criteria of someone that you can help. So that's what happens if they do not book a call. Your setters must be 100% dialed in, and you need to have the right systems, automations, lead assignment, all of that stuff in the CRM so that your setters, as soon as leads come in and they know that enough time has passed, call it 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, and they haven't booked a call yet, you need your setters on it, calling them, messaging them, emailing them, and doing whatever they can to get those appointments scheduled, okay? Now, if they go to your VSL, they do book a sales call, great. You've got them on your calendar, right? And now, obviously, there's a bunch of different pre-call processes, on-call processes, post-call processes, all of that stuff for nurturing, getting them primed, all that stuff, but that's not what this training is about. This is all about the funnel structure and hierarchy, right? So once they are on that call, there's two outcomes. Did they purchase? Or did they not purchase? If no, and they're a very good fit, then we are adding them to our automated hot list, is what we call it, our hot list of our hottest prospects who are a good fit. We've already pitched them. We've made them an offer. For whatever reason, they didn't close. They're on the call. Could be logistics, or you did a bad job on the sales call and you messed up and you let them slip through. That's another training though. But we have nurture sequences, case studies, YouTube content, Instagram content. Really, we want to make sure that we're giving them any resources to get them over the line and to make sure that they do not slip through the cracks, okay? Now, if they purchase, cool, great. You hand them off to the customer success team. They do their onboarding call or whatever your post-purchase process really is, okay? Now, one other thing that's not in here is sales call gets booked. Did they show up to the call? That is a whole other process that all coaches and consultants in the online space deal with who run a type of business model like this, right? Did they show up? Yes or no? Yes, pitch, cool, good. They go through that process, cool, sounds good. Show up? No. That's where your appointment setters, automations, email lists all come in, right? And the way that your CRM should be set up is that when a call outcome or a pipeline stage is adjusted, right, or updated, let's say you move this person to the no-show sequence, then what's going to happen? It's going to trigger a rescheduling sequence to go out automatically via email, SMS, and it's also going to notify that assigned appointment setter to call them again, get them back on the calendar, see what happened. Because again, remember, this person, this appointment setter probably already had communication with this lead and this prospect in the first place, and maybe they even set them, so they need to call them back and go, hey, what happened? Why didn't you show up? So that we can make sure that your leads are not slipping through the cracks. All right. So that is what happens on the organic Instagram side of things. Okay. Now, one other thing that's very important before we move on to Instagram paid ads, what I want to talk about is where all these leads are being stored. Okay. And I know this is just all about funnel training and all that, but I can't help myself but to talk about the logistics behind all of this stuff and how you need to be keeping track of all of your leads, all your contacts, and what needs to be going on behind the scenes, especially in your CRM, if you want to make sure that you are actually giving yourself the highest chances for success when it comes to increasing your lead to close rate. All right. Now, when someone comes in and gets a lead magnet and they opt into this page, you've got them. You've got them on your list. You know the type of quality that they are based on this opt-in form that pops up as soon as they click this button right here. Okay. And now we can do whatever we want with them, right? If they opt in and don't do anything, we've got them on the email list. We have setters who, if we set up their activities the right way, and their priorities based on lead source, lead quality, lead activities, all of that stuff, now they have a whole list of people who, follow a certain criteria, follow a certain calling order and priority list in the CRM based on, what type of lead they are. They can call them, they can nurture them. You have your email campaigns going out that are driving them to book a call and see if they are qualified, right? But we have a very, very specific and strategic CRM structure for organizing leads, nurturing leads, where appointment setters come into play for this entire ecosystem and how it all works together in one beautiful unit, one beautiful system. So that's all for the Instagram organic side. So for our Instagram paid ad strategy, there's really 3 different types of pieces that go into this. First things first, we need to make sure that, not only is organic bringing in new followers and you're hitting the algorithm correctly and you're not going viral, but you're reaching, more of your ideal audience. With your Instagram paid ads, one of the strategies that we run is new follower ads. Okay. And the reason we do this is because we always want to be bringing in new eyeballs to your Instagram And now they're going to be in the organic content system, right? And they're going to go through that whole funnel. They're going to get to know you, they're going to get to like you, and they're going to get to trust you because we are nurturing them. And we have very, very specific types of targeting strategies to bring in these new followers from these specific ads. Okay. Now, in conjunction with that, with our Instagram paid ads, we are also running very specific DM ads. And where are we sending them? We are sending them to a YouTube channel. Okay. This is one of my clients, Julian. He crushes it on YouTube. The whole point here is that we are nurturing these people and we are giving them value up front, right? And the reason we send them to YouTube is because now YouTube's going to work its magic, and it has its own algorithm, its own strategy, where once they start watching one of your videos, and if you're working with us, we're going to make sure that your videos are dialed in and on point, but it's going to start recommending even more videos to them. Right? So they're getting to spend a lot more time with you off of Instagram on another platform as well. Or on Instagram, they already might really like you a lot. They already might be consuming a lot of your content, right? Now we can get them to YouTube, give them some long form content, and get them to start really, really engaging with us. Okay. And the strategy with this is that in the YouTube videos, at the end of the video, we want to give them a specific call to action. We want to get them to book a call with us. Okay. So again, the call to action at the end of the YouTube video is, hey, if you want our help doing X, Y, and Z, go ahead below and click the button, fill out the application, book a time to speak with us, and we can walk through how we could implement this strategy for your business, blah, 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 right? Whatever your pitch is that's going to make sense to the people that you are talking to your ideal clients, right? When we are sending them to this application, right, to the call booking page, what's very important here is that we have the application first, right? Not just the calendar, because now you're going to start getting maybe potentially unqualified leads and sales calls on your calendar. We want to have the application first so that we can make sure no disqualified leads are really getting on our calendar and taking up that valuable real estate on our calendar. So with having the application first in this step, what we can do is really start to set up the conditional logic to where if they don't meet our minimum qualified criteria, they'll get weeded out. And guess what we do with them? We send them right back to, qualified? No. Send them right back to our low ticket product that's going to make more sense for them in that stage. Okay. Now, if they are qualified, yes, cool. Did they book a sales call after filling out that application? No. Well, appointment setters are going to do their job. Email, nurture sequence, texting, Instagram, blah, 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 right? We've got very powerful nurturing sequences built out to make sure that we give them the best chances to get on a calendar if they've already filled out an application, right? Now, obviously, if they did book a call, same process. Get on a call. Did they show up? Yes or no? Did they purchase? Yes or no? Yada, yada, yada. Cool. That's great. So that is the second strategy of our Instagram paid ads, right? DM ad. Send them to YouTube, right? The DM, I should be a little more clear on this, right? The call to action is to get a specific resource, right? It's essentially a lead magnet and what we want to do there. And the reason we are engaging with them via DMs is literally for exactly that, to engage with them, to build a conversation with them, to get them to see that we are human beings, right? That you are a human being and you are interacting with your community. I think a lot of coaches and consultants really mess this part up and forget that, yeah, of course, this is a machine. This is a sales machine. It's a client acquisition system. But you really need to get back to the basics of realizing that you're doing business with people and people want to talk to you, right? You are the expert. Everyone's so obsessed with automating everything, automating this, automating that. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. But do not completely take out the human aspect side of your business, because this stuff is very, very important. And although it might be a little extra work to have you or a DM setter going in and managing every single conversation, it makes a big difference at the end of the day. Okay. So again, just to recap where we're at right now in the process, Instagram ads, one strategy or first strategy is getting new followers with strategic follower ads. Second strategy is a DM ad, right? So we're leading with a lead magnet in that ad specifically. And the call to action is to DM us a certain keyword, and we are going to send over that training to you, right? So we're going to send over that lead magnet to you. So they DM us. Great. We respond. Here's that training you requested, goes straight to YouTube to a specific video, and we are basically letting YouTube work its magic. If you're following our strategy with YouTube content, the call to action at the end is driving them to book a call. Maybe they're going to watch another video, book a call from another video. You get the point, right? Now, strategy number 3 with Instagram paid ads. We are doing a direct form fill call to action. Right? So it's a little bit different. This is something that we walk our clients through when we're filming specific ads and scripting ads for them, is that it will be the same, body in that ad that you film, or maybe it's a static, whatever it is, but we have to change the call to action to tell them to fill out this form, and we will send them the training, right? The call to action is not to send us a message and then we'll send you the training. The call to action is click the link below, fill out the form, and we'll send you this training immediately. Right? So that is what we do. This ad right here, instead of it saying send message, we'll say something like learn more or get more info, whatever we want to set it to. And the call to action, fill out that form. And what do? We send them to YouTube, same strategy. They go through the same process, qualified, yes, no. If no, they go to low ticket. If yes, they obviously go to, did they book a sales call, yes or no? If no, we've got appointment setters. If yes, did they show up? Yes or no? If yes, did they buy? If no, let's get them back on the calendar. So that's it for the Instagram paid ads side of things. I hope this is making sense so far. I know this could be a little overwhelming for some of you, but it is very, very simple, especially if you have the right infrastructure set up from day one. All right, let's talk about YouTube organic content. This is our third strategy in the lead attraction phase, okay? This is really no different than what I was explaining in the middle of the funnel right here in the lead conversion phase when we're sending paid ad traffic to YouTube as well. All of the call to actions are gonna be relatively the same. Right, we've got a whole YouTube scripting strategy, organic YouTube scripting strategy for how to convert YouTube traffic into obviously sales calls and build out your client acquisition on that side of things, which we will go very deep into in another training. So with your YouTube organic content, it's a very, very specific strategy that we are taking here. The whole goal with YouTube is to get your audience to know, like, and trust you, and to really build up a relationship with them and get more exposure to you, right? The strategy with YouTube, right? Once you are getting to the very end of your video, you need to have one very clear and concise call to action, okay? Now, what we typically do in most YouTube videos is have a call to action to book a call, right? And they go through that same process where we've got the application first that we went over in the other step up there. And what we want to do is literally drive as many sales calls as possible with qualified leads, okay? With some videos, the hook is about a lead magnet, and we want to give them a reason to stay and watch the video because we are promising a very specific type of resource that we're going to give them, okay? So the call to action in some videos is going to be a lead magnet. Hey, get my lead magnet to do X, Y, and Z. Same process as before with all of our other organic content as well. We have the qualifiers, we have the qualifying questions. We can determine the quality of the lead. Are they a qualified lead? Yes. They go up. Did they book a sales call? Yes or no? Are they a qualified lead? No. Okay, cool. Guess where we send them? Right back to the VSL that we went over earlier. Same systems. Everything is all exactly the same. Okay? Same nurturing processes, all the same touch points. Everything's getting tracked and organized in the CRM the same exact way. And once you have all of these steps working together perfectly, in sync, in harmony, your sales team is executing, you have the automations at every single step set up the right way, and you as the founder of the company are leading the charge and understand how this funnel and this system works for you and your business, you are going to be an unstoppable machine. Okay. Like I said in the beginning of this video, we have generated over $100 million in sales for our clients in the coaching and consulting space using this same exact strategy. Now, this strategy is easy to understand, but it's more difficult to implement. Okay. And those who do not implement are going to get left behind, especially in today's trust recession, right? Trust online is at an all-time low. Your ideal clients need to be spending a lot of time with you, getting to know you, getting to like you, and getting to trust you online. And what we found is that this is by far the highest converting, most fulfilling, and most profitable system to actually go and turn strangers into clients. Okay. Now, if you want to actually implement this system into your business, I want you to go below and book a time to speak with me and my team. We will actually jump on a call with you and start mapping out this entire process with you so that you can have a very specific roadmap and game plan on what it is that you would need to do to go and implement this yourself. If you want to do it yourself, if you'd rather have us do it for you, a lot easier and a lot faster than you doing it all on your own, then we can talk about what that might look like. But either way, you will leave this call with a very specific game plan on how you can implement this client acquisition system that's generated over $100 million for other coaches and consultants just like yourself, and help them scale their businesses very easily and very effortlessly with a very, very proven system to go out, attract leads, and convert those leads into high-paying clients. So go below right now, book a time to speak with us, and I'll see you on there.